Hello, everybody. I am SunPsychic Jean, and please welcome Akela-B. Hi, Akela.
Hi, Jean. Good morning, everyone.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes, yes.
Okay, good. So I just wanted to say hello, good morning, happy Sunday, and welcome everybody. I see Leona and Jaya and artist Liz is here, so nice to see everybody. We're going to be doing readings for you today, and Kila has her beautiful cards. Oh, let me do this one. We'll do messages from loved ones. Please provide the name and the relation, messages from your spirit guides and angels, and also general questions. But if you could, I mean, the general questions, like, please make it into a specific area. Like, I want to know about my job. I want to know about moving. I want to know what's coming up about love. It's instead of saying what's coming up for me in the next 2 weeks, or I want a message from my spirit guides, kind of let us know what sort of subject matter or what direction to go into. Only because, I mean, I can just read your energy and tell you about you, but you may be hoping to hear something about something else.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I often have a message come through, and then I see somebody say, "Well, what about my puppy?" And it wasn't what I answered. So if it just it we're just trying to see if it works out a little bit better for to be specific. What do you say, Akila?
Yeah, I agree. I agree. If you have something specifically that you want answered, you can let us know. You don't know details. Just say, I want to communicate with my lost dog, Fred. He was a German Shepherd. Mm, you know. So the more specific we are, the guides and the universe is better able to give us information on that specific item. And if there's anything else they want you to know, I'm sure they would share that with us as well. Okay.
So Jaya has a question,
Mm-hmm.
and she says, "My best friend was shattered seeing her low score in the final board exam. Was it because of my pressure of notes on her or my panic like I'm responsible for it?" Oh, this is Mira. Look at that. Funny.
It's me.
Um, I am, um, you know, I don't know how you could possibly have anything to do with somebody else's score. Um, it's pressure of notes. Everybody is, we're all responsible for ourselves. Is she an adult or is she a child? So if she's a child, then perhaps, you might have a part to play in it. But it looks like it's your best friend.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that you wouldn't wish anything but the absolute best for your best friend. And that whatever happened was entirely her responsibility. You helped, you encouraged, you did this to, I'm sure, um, to help her. And I don't think that I, I don't think it would be reasonable to assume that your energy or help had any devastating results in her, you know,
Mhm.
honestly, I feel like she was just really nervous. I don't.
Yes.
I think she knows, or this, if it's a he or she, Falgini knows the information. They just don't test well, or they maybe stayed up too late studying and wasn't like really clear eyed. I feel like they just didn't test well. I know that they know the information. I know that they're confident, but something came in that they just. That's what it feels like. How about you, Akila?
That's exactly what I got, Jean. Immediately, I felt nervous. It had nothing to do with you, Mira. She, and again, I don't know if it's a she, but in my head, I'm hearing this is she, got very, nerves got the best of her. And I asked, well, what can she do when she has to retake it? And they said, rest. And just as Jean said, I felt like she stayed up late, super late, trying to repack it all in. And still she didn't feel like if she had it, but if she had just went to bed, got the rest that she needed. It may have, and may not have. I don't know that answer, but her nerves got the best of her. So let her know that she needs to rest before the exam. Maybe even 2 days before the exam. Don't, she's overthinking. Okay? Yeah.
Yep. And don't study the night before or the morning of, just relax and rely on that. But thank you very much, Jaya, for your question. We appreciate you being here. So Miss Annie Bear. Hi, Annie Bear. Thank you for asking your question. So nice to see you here. And Brenda T. Imagine is here. So nice to see you. So Annie Bear says, feels like I'm
in
a reset. A letting go of duality, ladies. Can you read on this, please? Oh, that sounds great.
Right?
I mean, it is coming. We are actually going through the transition. We're preparing, it's the tough part. It's the, it's the getting rid of the old before building the new. And if you're in tune with your spirit guide or your spirit or the energy of Gaia, this is probably a little more intensified for you. And of course, I mean, finding a common ground, finding the common thread, finding common, I have to tell you, this is it's something that's coming up for me. Way early in my career, this was like, maybe 3 or 4 years ago, somebody asked me to read on the ant people. And I'm like, ant people? I never even heard of the ant people. And apparently there's like a society or a civilization. But, and if it was, off-planet ETs or, intelligent beings, I don't know. So I tuned in and I just asked my spirit guides to tell me what's important to know about these ant people. And I saw all these ant people, like I was looking, they were all standing in a crowd. There was maybe like 100 of them. And they were all like this looking up at me. So I could see like the first people in the front of the crowd, I could see their entire bodies and face of ant people. And then I saw like all the other ant people standing behind them. Wow. And what they told me is they said, we are of hive mind, HIVE. We all share the same consciousness. However, they are individual expressions of their own souls. Their own souls express an individual expression, an individual unique expression, but their consciousness was a hive mind. And I just thought that was absolutely amazing. I never heard that before. And I've heard it over and over and over again, that ETs and, other civilizations have a collective consciousness, yet they are individuals and express uniquely. And it just reconfirms. And, I didn't know at the time. But I think that this may help you in letting go of duality. So you're letting go of othering and you're coming into that harmony with the consciousness, with the collective consciousness. And while doing coming together in a collective consciousness, we naturally will drop and release duality, yet we'll never release our individual uniqueness. So hopefully that helps, Annie Bear. What do you get? Let me just switch you over here, Akela, so you can see your card.
So for Annie Bear, I immediately got, it is a time of rest. And I heard you've been doing a lot, right? So then Annie Bear, I said, okay, I asked, okay, which deck? And they took me to the Healing Waters deck. And for you, I got Selkie, right? And the Selkie, it says, come out of hiding, embrace who you truly are. And as I'm reading what it says, how are you being called to embrace who you truly are? Are there ways that you're hiding your unique light from the world? And that's where for me, I think the duality comes in, right? Because you're yes, no, black, white, all those things. So I would say, to answer your question, would be a yes. Yes, it is a phase of you resting while the whatever reset that is going on for you takes place, so you can, and we know you're a beautiful light, you can let go of some of the learned things that we all have to let go of. Some do it better than others, but yes, the simple answer, yes. That's it, Jean.
Wonderful. Well, thank you. And good for you, Annie Bear. It's not easy being the first, and they do call us the way showers for a reason, but we didn't know we were the way doers. We didn't know we had to do it first. We thought we were just going to show it first, but we're going to do it and then show it. That's why they call us the way showers. But I would, if you haven't considered writing this down in a journal or starting a book, I would definitely do that, Annie Bear. They often remind me to encourage us others to write a book about our own individual experiences and how we see this transition occurring, so that after this is finished and we're in the new frequency, we can look back and understand how we came from one point and moved into another. And each of our unique stories is extremely important. And it's not just one person's point of view, it's each of our point of view. And they said that when we do this, we will help other civilizations who are going through an awakened ascension or an awakened evolution, and allow and help them in their process, sort of to know what's coming. And it's almost like, how they have channelers right now that are sort of telling us what's coming, and the light is coming, and the ascension is coming, and the frequency is changing, and we're getting sort of like a foretelling of what's coming. This is what our journals and books and recordings, if you want to videotape it, this information. And I'm attributing my collection of videos towards it as well. In whatever way you want to record it, this is important for the future generations. So thank you, Annie Bear.
Hi, Ginny. See, Ginny came in. Wow.
Ginny! Nice to see you. And Brenda is here. Jenny A. Oh, here's Jenny A. Let's go with Jenny A. I saw that early on. I'd like to know about a relationship I'm in with a man named Will, please.
Okay.
So Jenny is in a new relationship. Congratulations. Good for you. I'm happy for you. It's, we want it, we want it, we want it. And then when we have it, we're like, whoa.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Okay, let's see what is up with Will. So are you in a relationship, or are you sort of in a communication back and forth, like communicating? Are you actually in a relationship? Have you decided to date more than twice? I feel like I do feel like it's quite in the very beginning. And, it's important for you to practice your own discernment and sort of maybe write down your thoughts after you come back from whatever meeting or event or occasion that you shared with him, and write down your thoughts, like how you feel, what went right, what went wrong, and sort of like, examine your own feeling. It's not examining him, because he is who he is and always will be. It's up to you it's up to you if this is acceptable, if you like this, or if it's, something that bothers you, or if it's a non-negotiable. Um, and I feel like there's a little bit of trust. Like it's hard to trust what people say and what people do. Like if he says, I'll call you tomorrow at 5, and he doesn't call until 8, but he doesn't say, I won't be able to call you at 5. I'll call you in a couple of, like, how accountable is he? And is that important for you? Or are you more free spirited? And whenever he calls, whatever it is. And does he text you all the time, or does he actually call? Um, I think you're in my generation, though. I think we still call. We don't text so much. So Jenny, this is what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like you're trying to figure out if it's right for you, if it's something that you can trust, and it's only your own discernment. And so go ahead. Go ahead. I hear you got something. Go ahead.
Jean, as I'm shuffling these cards, right? And I heard, as soon as you said, seek your own, no. You said it's her own discernment. Use discernment. Look at the card I pulled. Oh man, like, can you see that? It says, seek your answers within. And Jean literally just said, trust your own discernment. Seek the answers within, because it's in here, it's in your heart. There's that bear with the eye that can see, right? Trust that your heart will never lead you astray. Whatever you're feeling is what you're feeling. And I'm sorry to cut you off, Jean. It's just that as soon as you said discernment and I got this card, I was like, oh, what?
Those words were coming out of my mouth as you were pulling them, right? As you pulled the card. That is the psychic bounce. And so I'm not trying to avoid the question, but would it be something, it's almost like you're practicing and you're exercising a muscle, and the muscle is discernment. The muscle is trust. The muscle is giving people the benefit of the doubt. The muscle is finding out how you feel after being with this person. Do you feel happy? Do you feel elated? Do you feel, what is it that you feel? And it's important for you to learn this about yourself. I'm not getting any big red flags. I know it's really hard out there. And, if it's just in the very beginning of the dating cycle, but just try, I really don't want to take away your ability to make that decision on your own. But like I said, I don't see any red flags. I do see it's pretty new. Oh, well, that's okay. Jenny, no, she says he's younger, and that concerns me. Oh, I mean, if that's the only thing, I wouldn't, I mean, is he 20 years younger? I don't know.
So now what I'm getting makes a little bit of sense, because I first heard the word patience. You're going to need some patience. And I was like, well, patience with what? And they wouldn't tell me with what. I just heard patience. And then, Jenny, I saw an image of you standing off, actually just for your headshot, kind of like to the side. And I didn't see this person close by. And what that tells me is that you are kind of like trying to take it, not rush, you're taking it slow, trying to decipher if this is something for you. Can you trust this person? All the questions we ask, right? But like the card says, well, first the spirit said, just know that you would have to be patient with this person. And as the card says, go within. Seek your answers within. Ask yourself, is this will coming into my life now for my highest good? Is will the right person for me in this moment? Ask yourself these questions. Sit quietly, and the first feeling that you get, the first thing you might hear if you're clairaudient, you hear in your head, write it down. Every day, for maybe you want to do it for a week. Write it down. See if the feeling changes. See if it's the same. and then trust your discernment, trust what you feel in going forward with this situation with Will. And that's what I have.
Yeah. And if you do have concerns, she said, we're just started communicating, have met, but not been out on a date yet. And she did say he is a lot younger.
Okay.
So, but I don't see where she said a lot. Then she says, yes, this would be the first serious relationship since my fiance passed a couple of years ago. Lots of thoughts. Yeah.
Yeah.
She said, great idea.
Find the stillness within you, that create that still moment, and I think you'll get the answers that you need. I don't know. I'm feeling, even though he's a lot long, as I said that to you, and he's a bit younger, it feels kind of good. I'm not, I got an okay feeling. It's, yeah, but trust what you feel within you. Yeah. All the best, Jenny.
And it's up to you if that's going to bother you. I mean, it's okay that he's younger, but is it okay with you?
Yeah.
And it's, Jenny, what I was told is that sometimes we need to kiss a few frogs to find out really what's important to us, what it is that we truly need, and where the non-negotiables are. So you may need to kiss a couple more frogs before you find your prince. But the princes are out there, and try not to take each one as an interviewing for a husband. Just see if he's compatible and that you can sit across the table and have an intelligent conversation with him. What is, get to know him, you know what I mean? And it is like a lot of weight that we put on this, because it's our emotions and our livelihood is in the balance. But if we're just interviewing to see what kind of energy that we are compatible with, and just try and do it a little more on the lighter and very, not too serious side. But thank you very much. Did I say who was next? I don't think we did.
No, we didn't.
All right. So I see J.A. Romero. Hi, J.A. And then after J.A. is Ashika.
Oh, sorry. Shook my table.
And so J.A. Romero says, I would like to know about what spirit guides say about me feeling so overwhelmed and sad. So I did see this. I was looking. I was looking at your question when I was seeing who was here, and what I was picking up for you, and I saw you said psychic readings, right? So I feel like you're picking up on the collective. I feel like there's a lot of angst and unsettling and sort of catastrophe and really, there's just really heavy energies out there. And I feel like you are an empath and you are holding some of this collective feeling. And it is overwhelming, and it is important for you to protect your own energy. It's important for you to practice and exercise and strengthen your auric field and go through your chakras, heal and align your chakras to do your own energy work so that you have a strong base and a strong, stable energy field, and that you don't. And sometimes, you hear like there was a flood and hundreds of people died, and you're like, oh, and you sort of your energy is really knocked down, and it takes you a little bit of while to come back up. And when you come back up, it's that memory of being strong in your chakras and strong in your auric field and strong in your, connecting to your own divine self, which enables you to sort of bounce back. And it's not preventing that things that knock us over, because life happens. Things are going to knock us over. There's going to be storms. There's going to be, tragedies. But it's not getting knocked over. It's having the muscle to pull ourselves back up and to get back into our center so that we can move forward again. So it's that muscle that we want to strengthen. And how we do that is we practice when days are good and everything is fine. We practice with our energy, and we practice protecting our energy and strengthening our energy. So I hope that makes sense. How about you, Miss Akela?
Jean, all I'm going to say is ditto, 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 right? Because as you were starting to read, I asked, what's causing J. Romero to feel this? And I saw an image of a face, and the face was like a V. It was interesting. Think of a praying mantis face. You know, their face is kind of like that triangular. But this, I don't think this was a praying mantis. And right as I saw the face, and I said to myself, what is this? What does this mean? Jean said, protect your energy, clear your energy, and all that good stuff. So I don't know. It could be that you are absorbing. And then Jean also said about your etheric field, right? And so everything Jean said, do, take care of you, ground. Then I wasn't getting anything else, because basically Jean was saying everything that this image was trying to portray. But I pulled a card from my healing deck, and I'm not too familiar with this, but what stood out for me is the sword, and it's called the Lady of the Lake. And this is from Rebecca Campbell's Healing Waters. And it says, new beginnings, something is about to happen. But in this image, what stood out for me is this sword. And as I saw the sword first, it took me to Archangel Michael. And I have an Archangel Michael deck, and I want to pull a card from there for you. But with Lady of the Lake, and I was so caught up in Jean's reading that I couldn't, I didn't find it yet. But let me see if I can find the message real quickly for you. Sorry about that.
I think that the Lady of the Lake is it Melchizedek's daughter, or is it who's the other guy?
Let's see.
Who's the guy that taught? He's like a wizard, and he taught King Arthur.
Oh my gosh, what is his name? Merlin.
Yeah, it's Merlin's daughter. Merlin and Melchizedek are like the same vibration. Yeah.
Yeah. And here, the page I'm about to read talks about King Arthur and Merlin. It says, the key figure in the stories of Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table, the Lady of the Lake, is closely associated with the great magician Merlin, the Knight Lancelot, whom she raised after his father died, and King Arthur himself. Okay, let's see what this says. What is the message here for you? Okay, the healing activation says, I am ready to step into my destiny today. I am ready to step into my destiny today. And one of the things that just popped into my mind, right, is as we shine our light brighter, there's more stuff that's trying to dim our lights. So I would say, as new beginnings are coming in for you, new things are going to happen, maybe call on the Lady of the Lake to help guide you through, to help protect you, and do all the good stuff that Jean mentioned earlier in protecting your energy. J.A. Romero. That's what I have for you. And look up Lady of the Lake. Okay.
Yeah, it's really a powerful story, and it does intertwine. And look, is it Zhao?
Joao.
Yes. Joao knows. He said Merlin, and I said, thanks for the assist. It takes a village, you guys. And J.A. said her throat chakra feels like it's been hard to breathe lately. And you don't want to sort of hold on to that energy. So it's really good to clear and to balance those chakras. Yeah, that's really good. So all the best to you. You're welcome. He's like, you're welcome.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, great. Okay, so I said Ashika is next,
Go. Mhm.
and let me just see who's next. We'll go with Artist Liz. Artist Liz, just say hello, and I think Ashika's still here. I don't know if I saw her. Ashika, just say she was here recently, so it's not too long ago.
Okay. And you know something? Oh, here she is. Yep.
Okay. Do y'all see me land a job at Stater Labs? This was so specific. I couldn't.
Yes. Look, I'm jumping to my trusty pendulum.
And this is really, really an amazing tool to practice with and to hone. And the more that you can use it, the better off it gets. If you say, should I wear the blue shirt or the maroon shirt? What's in my highest good? Should I have tuna for lunch or should I have a peanut butter and jelly? What's in my highest good? Is this vitamin that I've been taking for 3 months, is this vitamin still good for me? Or should I set it aside and wait, or should I not take it anymore? Not should, but what's in my highest good? And it's really, really, I mean, these types of things, it's brilliant in helping us guide ourselves. What are you getting? Or
One
go ahead.
sec. I haven't asked yet.
Okay. So is Ashika, will she be getting a job? It went to no right away. Is Ashika ever going to be employed at Stater Labs? Keeps going to no. I'm so sorry. I was hoping. Are you getting the same thing?
I got a no as well. I'm gonna let me see if I change the year. I didn't add a year, but technically we're asking for the now, right? So I'm gonna ask, let's see, maybe 2026, because I got a no when I asked initially. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Will Aishika land a job with Stater Labs in 2026? Will Aishika land a job at Stater Labs in 2026? It's giving a very, it's interesting. It's giving a very slow yes for 2026. But what's interesting, I've never seen it done this. It's like vibrating. Yeah, I'm gonna have to see what that, because I've never had that happen.
It's thinking. It's trying to pick up on the vibration and the frequency.
Okay.
That's what I say. Well, mine does that because it switches, it changes.
Yeah.
And this is to say that maybe not right now, but
No.
maybe again in the future. And it is always in your choice. And it doesn't mean that you'll never work there. It just means that perhaps somebody else needs you more. Somebody else can utilize or wants to utilize your skills more.
Yeah.
And maybe Stater Labs isn't in the frequency or vibration that they're open to hiring you and giving you the benefit of the doubt, or not the benefit of the doubt, but trusting that your whatever skills you're bringing are what they need. And you never know, maybe there's like a manager there that is just not.
Jean, stay out my brain. You were talking, I'm like, okay, I'm ready to tell her. But you just
go ahead. Go ahead. We're just sharing. We're sharing. Our spirit guides are sharing. Go ahead, you can finish.
When you started saying that maybe it's not right now, blah blah blah, I heard management. So right, and I'm listening, and then Jean says maybe it's management. I'm like, it is. I think there's something with the management is why this is not the right time for you. Okay, so just be patient and know that
your
keep
guides,
positive, and
whatever happens for you is for a reason. Has nothing to do with you, has nothing to do with your dream job, has nothing to do with what your idea is. It has to do with whether it's in your highest good. And we think we want it, we think it's the best place, we think it's the best job, but we just don't know what we're heading for. So trust that when we don't get that job, there was a reason for it, that either somebody else needed you more, or there was a situation there that would not be in your highest good. We just don't know. And I know that it's probably something that you hoped for and worked for and aspire to. Maybe a family member works there or something, but we just don't know. It's really important to follow our guidance, and as soon as we do, we start like flying or floating on that flow, and more things start happening, like synchronicities. When you get those synchronicities, you know you're in the flow.
Yeah.
But all the best to you, Ashika. And I was like, I wanted to get a yes for her, and it was like, no. I'm like,
No. Yeah.
I did. But thank you for the very, very specific question, and thanks for being here. You have really good energy, Ashika. You're a
Yes, she
smart girl.
does. Yeah.
Hmm. Hmm. And Scott, Scorpio, Sun, Tarot. What are you doing up so early, Scott? He's up at like midnight, 1 o'clock. I'm like, oh my gosh. Everybody, Scott is a VIP. Please
Yeah.
do go over and subscribe, like, share, subscribe. Check them out. And look, Jackie Jacaranda's here. I
Thank you.
love all the purple hearts, just so
Yeah.
you know. It makes me happy.
So we have
Yeah.
Leo.
And Ashika says, it's okay, it happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Ashika, I could feel you really wanted it, but just, I think it could be just a timing thing too.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm so sorry. But check back in a couple of months.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Did I say who was next?
Artist Liz.
Oh, thank you.
Uh-huh.
Somebody's paying attention. All right. And after artist Liz is Nancy Raker. And I'm going to write that one down.
Look,
All
we
right.
get so caught up in the readings that you forget who is next.
You forget what you just said.
Yeah, right? Artist Liz.
Thank you again, Ashika. I'm so sorry. I felt so bad it said no. I'm like, oh, this is a good one.
Yeah.
Okay, she says, I had a sweet orange tiger tabby cat. We went through heck together. Has he reincarnated? Does he have anything to say to me? I love and miss him so much. He passed on years ago from colon cancer. What's his name? I think I'm missing his name. A sweet orange tiger tabby cat.
Okay.
And thanks for coming, Nani. Thanks for being here.
Artist Liz, by chance did he
Oh, Poncho.
Okay. By chance did Poncho used to come and take like the top of his head or maybe to the side of his head and like rub it against your face? Because I feel like the cat I'm getting, I'm not seeing a color, but the feeling is that he did that and kind of like purred as he did it. And that was before I got the name, so it may be the wrong cat, but we'll see what you say. I don't feel like he's reincarnated though, but I'll ask my pendulum. Okay. Is Poncho reincarnated? Liz would like to know if her tiger tabby cat Poncho has reincarnated. Yeah, I gotta know. I'm gonna lift that up. See, swinging left to right. Yeah, that's a no. Okay.
I got the same thing. I got that he's not reincarnated. And I thought, wow. And I feel like he is more of like a soul advisor. And I think that he came into this incarnation to help you through that really tough time that you were talking about. And now he's there as an advisor. And I do feel as though he has like, not wizard energy, but really like magical energy. And he has more of like a personality or a being. Like he has, he really is like an advanced soul, is what I feel. And I think he was there to help you through that difficult time. And I feel like he's almost like a guardian for your soul. And he was there to help you through the emotions of that tough time. I don't feel him incarnated, which, animals reincarnate really quickly. And I was surprised that I got a no as well. But I do feel him still on the other side helping and guiding you. Um, and I feel like you have a whole team of these angelic, sort of ninth dimension frequency helpers on the other side. And that's what I got. How about you, Miss Akela? What'd your card say?
Oh, so the card I get, it says, and this is what I was feeling from Pancho. It says love without condition. And here's a card. Some of these cards reflect, it's just reflecting the screen. I'm sorry if you can't see it clearly. Love without condition. And there is a fairy being with animals. And when I felt Pancho earlier and I saw him kind of like rubbing his head against your cheek and purring, that's what I felt. I felt like he was giving it to you. But as I read the card, it also feels like you both gave it to each other when he was here with you. You loved him no matter what, no matter what he did. You know, cats can, and I'm sorry, but they say orange cats are really kind of like chaotic. um, and no matter what he did, you still loved him. So I I feel like he's thanking you for loving him no matter what. Maybe even during, did he have health issues, Artist Les? Trying me so much. He helped save my life, literally. Oh, okay. You know, sometimes and
Sorry,
sometimes. Oh no,
I'm
you're fine. Yeah.
um, he helped save my life, literally, is what she's saying. And that's why he was here. But I feel as though you could have incarnated together before in the past. Either he was a pet or a friend or somebody that you knew, or even like a mentor or a doctor. You never know. Um, I don't know. I think it's possible for people and pets to reincarnate, or maybe it was just a favorite horse of yours or something in a past life. But I do feel as though you guys, your souls know each other.
Okay. Yeah. She says not until he passed of colon cancer at 14 years old. Okay. Hmm. But you loved him. The feeling I'm getting is that, and it went both ways. It was no matter what he did, there was that unconditional love. And do you have, well, we can move on to the next, but if you have other pets or another pet might be coming your way, it's not going to be him. But I feel he is maybe working with Artist Liz. So are you interested in having another kitten or a cat, if not a little one? So have
Mhm.
fun. But he wants you the same love that you all share, that unconditional love. He knows that you'll give it to another. And I think that's why he is trying to send another your way. So all the best, Artist Liz. And thanks for that, because I don't think I've read on a cat before. I don't think so. So that was cool.
Oh,
Yeah, I think this is my first.
mhm. And Iron Fire Horse says, I have an old orange tabby and he's a little weirdo. Aw, that's so cute. I love your name, Iron Fire Horse, and I love your icon. It's very creative. I love that. Welcome. Thanks for being here. I see some new people coming in.
Yeah.
So nice to see everybody. So next is Nancy Riker. And after Nancy Riker, I see Nanny and Rowe, Nani and Rowe, sorry, Tani and Rowe, Tahnee, Tani and Rowe. You'll be after Nancy Riker.
All right. Can I have a message from Lee? Who's my boyfriend? Okay.
Sorry, sorry. Can I have a message from Lee? He was my boyfriend. Thank you.
Mm.
So you already know you're very tied to him. not tied, but you're very connected to him. And he's like a family member. I know that you were in the beginning stages, or not the beginning, but you were in a different stage of your relationship. But um, I do feel as though he sees you as a family member, um, because obviously, you know, that's just where the relationship was. Um, he's also saying that he wants you to know that he's watching over you. He wants you to know he hasn't lost touch with you, and he wants you to know that he sees your struggle. He sees what his passing has caused, and also what his passing has given. He's saying that it caused so much pain and heartache and uh, strife and you know just total devastation. Yet it has shown you how strong you are, how important love is, how short life is, how important you are. And it's like you wouldn't want to have to learn these lessons by losing somebody that we loved so dearly. Yet we have, and this continuous tie, he's always with you. You always feel him around you. He is not leaving you, and um, there is no judgment, he's saying, on the other side. And he wants you to know that you're just not alone. I see that you have some concerns and worries that you would like to have somebody to talk to you about it. And I'm not sure, Nancy, if you are interested in another relationship, or if not. But he's saying that it's your choice. And um, it's I do feel that, I mean, you always will love him. He is like your one true love in life. And it's just I know that you have loved and had other relationships, but he's like the paramount one. And he wants to let you know that that's for a reason. But he wants you to know that it's important to enjoy life, to have a companion, to do things with somebody, to talk about things to somebody. And nobody's ever going to replace him. Yet um he's never going to be severed from you. Even if you start a new relationship, it doesn't mean that his ends. He's tied. That connection to him will live on forever. It transcends place, space, and time. I feel like you still get nudges from him. You still feel his presence. I feel like you still get signs and synchronicities. And this is just him reassuring you that he's okay and the connection is still alive. It's not really any type of it's not like there's something that he has to say to you other than, I'm still here, we're still connected, and you're doing great, sort of like an encouragement. But he's so very loving and really thinks very highly of you, Nancy. And he wants you to take good care of yourself and make sure that you're happy for the remainder of your life. He doesn't want his death to take away from your happiness in this life. How about you, Miss Akela?
Oh my God. So Nancy, when I went in, I just felt, when you go to fairs and you see the kids with the little gun and they press it and all these bubbles, but instead of the bubbles, it's hearts that's being shot out towards you. And then it made me chuckle because I was like, oh, that's fun, the thought of it. And then I heard he started off, he said the love, and then it switched to um Erica Badu's Love of My Life. And it says, love of my life, you are. So I was like, oh, that's so nice. And I asked him, I said, well, can you, because he wasn't saying a whole lot. And then I asked, well, can you show me something that Nancy can connect with? And I heard music. I was like, okay, just music. And he said, music. So it'll be interesting to know if music was your thing together, right? You just played music, danced, have fun. And I pulled a card, and the card says, "This is from the Healing Waters. It's the pink dolphin." And look at that lady in the image. She is just full of joy, full of life, enjoying the dolphins around her. And this talks about celebration, fun, unbridled joy, and an open heart. And I think in this, his message to you is not to close your heart off to another love. Allow, others to come in and have fun. And when you miss him, put on some music if that was your thing, because that's what he said. Put on your favorite song, or even put on Erica Badu's "Love of My Life." It may make you cry if when you think about it, but remember that the crying is the letting go. You're not letting go of that connection to him or how you feel about him, but you're letting go of the pain, the grief, um the maybe not feeling that you can move on. Allow your body and allow Lee to help you move to the next step in this journey of life. And that's what I have for you, Nancy.
Well, she
Thanks,
says, I
Sharon.
miss him so badly. I haven't heard from him in a while, and I do love him. And then she says, he's such a sweetheart when you started singing. And I felt like he wanted to sing those words to you, Nancy. He is a sweetheart. And how lovely is that?
Mhm.
Um, just really beautiful, beautiful connection, and a very, very loving and, you know, connection. Just the relationship was, really beautiful.
Yeah.
So, and it's almost like if you have one child, and then you're having another child, but you love that one child more than anything in this world, and you think there's no way I'm going to have enough love, enough room in my heart for two children, and then you have like four or five, and you love them all. It's okay, but and um, Akila, do you mind if I share a
Oh,
little
go
something
ahead.
a little bit personal
No, go
about
ahead.
about you?
Oh,
So
okay.
so
Go ahead.
you too have had loss in your life,
Yes.
and you've lost a love,
Yes.
and you've
Yes.
lost a brother. And
Yes.
so she's not sharing these messages from a place of learning. It's a place of knowing, a
Yeah.
place she feels, and I could feel what you were saying to her, and I felt like you too went through that crying and releasing that pain, and I just felt that was coming right from your heart, Akila, and I thought it was important for Nancy to know that where this information is coming from, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Look, now my throat is getting all clogged. And Nancy, and thanks, Jean, for sharing, because sometimes I share that, sometimes I don't, but thanks for bringing it up, because I think we sometimes forget that others, or we don't think that another may have lost a loved one, because there are some people who haven't lost a partner, so they don't really know the feeling. But what I would say to you, Nancy, is if you feel like you're you can't it's not that you can't get up, but if you have that feeling, and you said that you haven't heard from him in a while, because they have things that they have to do on that side as well. I surrendered when I felt, and I'll do it real quickly, because I felt like I was going to depression. I wasn't eating. I think I wasn't even breathing. I don't know how I was breathing, to be honest, and I had lost so much weight. But then one day I said, God, this is not me. And I say, God, that's who I call, but whoever you choose, you know, and ask for the help. And when that moment I asked for help, I said, I need you to come in and help me. This is not me. Help pull me out of the situation. And like that, because I surrendered, I released, I was able to pull through. So I truly understand where you are, but you have to trust that, just like he's telling you to have fun and celebration and celebrate, it's not about forgetting them. We'll never forget them, right? But they want us to continue on living our lives and not close off, because so many close off, you know and that's not the life that the universe wants for us. So I wish you all the best, Nancy.
And you're not alone. Jenny's sharing that it was her
Yeah.
fiance who passed 2 years ago as well, Nancy. And yeah, and these were the love of our lives, or potentially. And it's just because we don't have that certificate of marriage doesn't mean it's any different.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. So Tani is next. And thank you, Artist Liz, for your very generous donation.
Oh,
that was
thanks.
very sweet of you. And after Tani is Malika Best. Malika Best is next. And Tani says, I lost my 15-year-old nephew to suicide 24 hours ago. Oh my God, I thought you were going to say years. Oh, Tani.
Wow.
Tani, I think, it's, this is a very critical point and it's, I would have to say, come back in a couple of weeks because I'll say what I feel like would be helpful, but it's there's a point of ethics, and you being in this state of shock and tragedy, it's not really the best time to receive a reading. What I do know is that when loved ones leave us in this manner, that it's important to try to release all judgment, and to release judgment of ourselves, and to try and encourage those who might feel like they could have done something, that everything is and that's like the biggest thing when people choose to exit this way. It's like, no, it's like the other people who wanted to help, who feel like they could have helped, they took that away from them, that ability to help them. And that is what is really the most difficult to get over. So it's important for you to understand that if there was anything that anybody could have done, it would have been done. And it's not like it would have prevented, it's almost like it would have happened in one way or another. And I know that's really hard to understand right now, but try and keep an open mind and try not to place blame or have judgment, too harsh of judgment. So that's what I have to say for you right now, Tani. I'm so sorry. I thought it said years. I would not have clicked on this.
I did, when I initially started, I was like 24 hours. But what I would say, Tani, I hope we're saying your name correctly. When I read your question, I was immediately drawn to your profile picture. And just the woman in it, not even the words below it, just the woman in it, the strength, the power, the light that is around. And what that made me feel like is that you have the strength within you during this time, not just to support you. And it's not about being strong, because you have to go through your process as well, right? But you have the strength, you have it in you to support the family members who are here with you. But in addition to that, what I'm hearing is that your ancestors, the ones who have crossed, they are there with you. They are there with the family, supporting, comforting, guiding as much as they can, right? But you're here, so that tells me that you are open to this. You may have family members who are not open to it, and that's okay. But just know that the ancestors are there supporting them through this process. And look at all the light, the stars in that picture. That's them there with you. So while his transition is fresh, and the family may never know why, don't burden. My advice would be not to burden yourself with the whys. He knew what he was dealing with, and he felt that this was his way out for whatever he was coping with. And I don't say this to be, because when I say, respect his choices, his choice that he made, and allow spirit to remove. Jean said some things earlier about not holding judgment. Allow spirit to help you break down that barrier of judgment and just respect whatever he was feeling in that moment. Only he knows. Okay, it had nothing to do with you or the family member. It's just that was his path, his choice, his decision. So I just keep hearing the word respect in my head. And again, that's not to say that you don't. That's the best way I can explain it, so that you don't judge yourself or others. Exactly. I can't be mad or judge. Just know that he's at peace and he'll be okay. Oh, she's she said I can't be mad or judge. Just know he's at peace. Yeah. And that's all that matters to me. Yeah. And maybe, as Jean suggested, try back, later on, because it's only been 24 hours.
Yeah. I'm so sorry for your loss, Tony, but thank you for being here. And thank you, everybody, for being so supportive to Tony. And it sounds like you have understanding and openness. So that's really a beautiful way to approach these things. It's never easy.
Yeah.
All right. So I do see Malika Best is here. Oh, and that, I just looked at the time.
Oh,
that's why I jumped. I was going to check the time and I'm like, oh my God, we're past. All right. So Malika is going to be the last reading for the day, you guys, for the morning. I'm so sorry. There's like 50 more questions here, but so Malika says, hi, can I get clarity on what my ancestors think about what I should do to completely disconnect from my disruptive and toxic soon-to-be ex-husband? Well, good for you, Malika, standing up in your power, ex-husband, and getting rid of that toxicity in your life. Yeah. What I would like to say is be patient, be kind, and these things, it's going to come in waves. It's going to come in cycles, and it's going to come like Rome wasn't built in a day. But it took a while to break it down. I don't know what that means, but this you're allow the process. I know that you've been through it all. Obviously, you're at this end stage, but there will be nostalgic feelings coming over you, and you're like, why am I even like reminiscing about this, this person who I have severed my energy with? Allow yourself to have the memories of the good times, because that's all part of it too. But it's not easy because of all the toxic and negative parts. But allow yourself to feel and to let go of all of that, because some of the memories are good memories, and to let go of that, it's almost going to be like a bittersweet. And I know right now that it's grown into such strong emotions of just battling. Let me see what they want to say. I see them saying to cleanse yourself, and to cleanse yourself like in water ceremony, tobacco ceremony, and Palo Santo, and sage, and salt, and have a little totem that's a representation of you, and set it in salt, or have a representation of you, commune your energy with it and put it into the ground. Another ceremony that's good is a despacho. I think it's despacho ceremony, where you collect organic things, say a prayer, say a wish, add it together. You got to look it up because it's really involved, and that's something that I want to do really badly. That's a really good one. Despacho. It's almost like, I think it's a Peruvian or a indigenous ceremony. I'll look it up when we're done. But this is the type of thing that you need, almost like a representation, almost like you know, a ritual or a ceremony in order for you to undo all of these feelings, um, and memories, and forgiving him and forgiving you. And I'm not saying that anything was right. It's just that it's no longer going to have a tie to you anymore. But yep, be patient with yourself. I see your emotions. It's not easy. It's just
Mhm.
not easy. Just be kind to yourself. How about you, Miss Keela?
So, Malika, this is from your ancestors. This is not me. And you have some very blunt ancestors because immediately in my head, I heard move. I don't know if you are able to, but if you can, um, they're guiding you to move. Um, then I said, okay, let me shuffle the cards, just what other message they have for you. And this flew out the deck, right? And it says love without condition. But as I look at this card, it's more for you. Love you without any conditions. And that could be feeling you know, I don't want to say sad or well, guilty, feeling guilty for wanting to leave, because sometimes there's outside pressure. Well, it's not that bad and they're not in it. So ignore all the outside now noises. And then Spirit says, have the courage. You have the courage. You're already, wanting to. Don't let the fear of, I don't have enough money. I don't have this. I don't have that. They are backing you. Okay. They're telling you to nurture all that you love. That, again, I feel that as you. I don't know if there's any children. It could be if there's children, if there's pets, nurture everything that you love. And that could be the fact of moving, right? It gives you some peace, some solace, some comfort because you are not in a toxic situation. Um, whether it's verbally, mentally, physically, whatever it is, you are not there anymore. And Spirit says this change, or your ancestors, I get, because that's who I ask, this change is unavoidable. So whether you um, choose to move on your own or you drag it out a little bit, I feel like they are pushing you to move, and I feel like they're going to keep pushing you to move. And this is because you need to nurture all that you love. All right. And that's what I have for you, Malika. I hope that helps.
Malika, I don't know. Um, so thank you very much, and I do feel your strength, and I do feel your determination. But I feel as well that some things are going to sneak up on you. You'll be like, wait a minute, I thought I was done with that, right? Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes, my daughter. I left the house, can't leave the country. Wish I could.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're here in the US, if you can move across state, maybe try that.
Well,
Um,
her daughter is here, so
oh, mm, okay.
I don't know how. Um,
Mm. Well, again, like we told somebody earlier on, go within. You've moved out of the house. Go within. Find that stillness, even if it's for a second, a minute. Inhale, take 3 deep breaths, and ask your ancestors for guidance. Ask them to help you. Say, you've gotten me out the house. You've gotten me this far. Help me. Help me. Help show me the next steps. Help show me what. And it may take a couple of days, may not be immediate. Oh, she's in the UK. Okay. It may not be immediate, but they're going to show you what's next. And always ask for protection. protect as you walk out of the house. Before you walk out of the house, call on Archangel Michael and his legion of angels. And when I go walking in the park, I ask him, I said, I need you to walk in front, behind, and to the sides of me, right? Because I want that full protection when I go into that park, because you just never know who is in the park looking. So even if you have to interact with this person face to face, call on Archangel Michael and ask him to be with you. Put that protective bubble around you so that nothing that is not of your highest good is able to penetrate that bubble, or any thoughts that anybody may have towards you that's negative. Archangel Michael shields you from it. So just remember to call on him for that protection, and he'll come. Believe me, he'll come.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I also think it's important to connect with our ancestors daily, like good times and not so good times.
Yeah.
So to build that familiarity and the energy bond, so that if something were to be upsetting or difficult, then when you call on them, you know that they're there. So, bring them in every morning, when you're having your coffee or whatever it is, and say, I'm grateful for my ancestors. I'm grateful for the guidance, and thank you all for being here. And then that's it on regular every days. But it's hard to just call on them when we're in strong need.
Yeah.
So let me just show you this real quick, because I wanted to this is a despacho ceremony, and it's DESPACHO, despacho ceremony. And I'm just going to click on this little thing here. And there's herbs. It's all organic herbs, beans. There's sugar. There's cocoa. There's flowers. There's, little organic things. And you put them, this is just like a white piece of paper. And you put it down and you repeat a prayer for each thing that you put in. You put in tobacco. We did chocolate and sugar. It smelled so good. And then what you do is you sort of roll it up like a I don't know, like a purse, or like a dumpling or something. You roll it up, and you roll it up really tight, and then you put it in the fire, or you put it in like a fire pit, and allow all these things to burn. And you're letting go and bringing in different prayers. And these are the different pictures of different types of despacho. I love the natural flowers. It's usually dried flowers, so that it burns well. But yeah, we did this, and I could feel this is another one that's really pretty. But this is more of we had all these different ingredients that you put in, and there's instructions online on how to do a despacho ceremony, and you can either bury it or you can burn it, or this is another one. It's mine was a lot messier than that, but there's another one, and it's with a group of people, and it really is quite powerful. But when I did mine, I could feel the room jumping with energy.
Wow.
I mean, we were like, and I would say, this is for all of my, the strength that I left behind. I'm calling back my strength. The next person say, this is for all the strength I left behind. I'm calling back my strength. And the next person says, this is for all the strength I left behind. I'm calling back my strength. And then as we're doing this, we're putting in the offering. And then you go around, and there's like a series of like 20 different things, however many things you want. And then you roll it up and you put it in the fire, and the smell of the flowers, of the sugar, of the chocolate, of the tobacco, of the, beans and corn, and, all these, herbs, and all these different things. But it's really a beautiful, beautiful ceremony, and it's a lot of fun. But it really changed me. I was never the same again. It was amazing.
Yeah, all the energy of everyone's team just being there with them working, that's powerful.
Mm-hmm.
But Jean, before we disconnect, I did pull an Archangel Michael card for Malika real quick. I want to show it to her. And Malika, it says, oh, you got the number 1 card, and it says, all is in perfect timing. This is it. It's time to take action now. I will be there to help you every step of the way. Yes.
Oh, wow.
So, you know, call on your ancestors for guidance. Archangel Michael, call on him. He's telling you it's time now, and he will be there with you every step of the way.
You know how your cards reflect? Well, the reflection looks like the light is even brighter. In the picture, there's a light,
A
and
light,
then
yeah,
your
yeah.
reflection, I was like, what? It's like coming right back. Wow. Aw. All the best, Malika.
Yes,
Sorry for your situation. All right, everybody. Well, thank you, Akela,
yes.
and thank you everybody for being here, for asking your questions. It was a wonderful Sunday morning. We look forward to seeing you again real soon. And once again, thanks to Akela-B. I love working together with you.
Thank you, Jean. Thanks everyone for coming. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Your support is greatly appreciated. If you enjoy this content, hit like, share, and subscribe. Remember to click the bell to be notified of future videos. Thanks again. Bye.